Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
Good morning, everybody. Cappers Nation live Saturday morning, dark and early here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome, everybody that's just tuning in. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good Saturday morning. Cool guy with the shades. We don't sleep, we never sleep. Ain't that right, MLB? Oh, hold on. There you go, Mr. Allen and everybody. Now you guys should be able to hear me. I'm going to get that volume cranking this morning. You guys should be able to hear me this morning now. Good morning. How is everybody's Saturday morning going? On this beautiful Saturday. Not a long night at all. Actually, I was in bed quite early last night, believe it or not. For me, anyways. A lot of sleep. Refreshed. Ready for a very, very, very busy Saturday. It's our favorite day of the week. 1, we got Cappers Nation live in the morning. And 2, guaranteed Saturday. We absolutely love Saturdays. Our guaranteed Saturdays have been absolute blowouts. We've won 8 out of the last 9. What's not to look forward to on Saturdays? Good morning, Baba Booey, MLB, Tom in the house, Elliot, Russ, Curtis ain't be sleeping this morning, a.k.a. Curtis be fishing, Steven, what's going on? Charles is in the house, Damon's in the house. Jerome, what's going on, buddy? Mr. Allen, Mr. Grimm, Elliot, Stevie Steves. Who else is here? Bowie, Sports Better 609. D Mall. The haters must be sleeping this morning. Brad in the house all the way from Australia. Icy ass Dino in the house. Good morning, everybody. Mr. Newman knows what's going on. Getting going, let some people log on. I know our text message just went out not too long ago. Dave, I just got your text message. I was wondering if that was you. Very close to your other name. Just getting this going on the site. G&G, what's going on, Gary? Glad to have you tune in from Canada. Just making sure that the video is posted on our website. The feed, anyways. Jerome, what's going on, buddy? Dominique. Dominique said it perfectly, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you get notified every time we put out a video. It don't matter if it's live or pre-recorded. You'll be notified. You never know, I may go live later today as well. And for everybody that doesn't know, we'll be live Sunday, tomorrow morning as well. Breaking down all things NFL on a tricky NFL Sunday for a lot of people. John, good morning. Mr. Butler, good morning. Let's have a blessed day. For everybody that doesn't know, Guaranteed Saturday is back. It's back every single Saturday. You never got to ask if it's back. However, it is early today. Normally, our Guaranteed Saturday games are usually later in the day, but this time, not so fast. It is college football. It is one of the bowl games, and I'm telling you, it's going to be an absolute another blowout winner just like last week. I absolutely love it. Our Guaranteed Saturday. I'm going to go over that real quick, and then we're going to jump into the game day breakdowns. I want to go over it just because it is early. A lot of people ask me all the time, Kyle, what exactly is Guaranteed Saturday? First of all, in a nutshell, it's our game of the week. Okay, in a nutshell, it's our game of the week. It's one game that we absolutely love. We have actually had this game circled on the board since the bowl schedule was announced, and there's nothing that we don't like about this. Not the line, nothing. I mean, we absolutely love it. And we're willing to step out. Not only do we bet more than we normally do, and guys, we game we put out from our small consensus plays to the premium plays to our Guaranteed Saturday plays. We bet every game we put out. And with our Guaranteed Saturday play, our game of the week, we bet more than we normally do. All right, we jump up our bets, step them up, bet even more. And everybody knows I already bet big anyways, and I bet even more on our Guaranteed Saturday plays. But it's one game that we're willing to step out on. We give a personal guarantee. We guarantee that you win or you receive a refund, no questions asked. It's not a free play. It's not 2 or 3 or 4 plays. It's one big game that we personally guarantee that you win or you receive a refund. If for some reason we stick our foot in our mouth and we do lose, you will receive a refund, no questions asked. It goes right back to your card. We refund it immediately. We don't just give you service, extend your service, or give you another package. We actually give you your money back. We're probably the only service in the sports industry that will do that. And but I'll be honest with you, we don't give many refunds. Why? Because our Guaranteed Saturday play absolutely demolishes books. If you guys are down on the week and you're looking to get back, this is one game that you can get some money back on. All right. Maybe you're up and you just really want to take a big shot at your book and you really want to hammer them home. This is the game to do it on. All right, you just want to step out on a game and you want to be comfortable on a game that you could really step out on. Here's your opportunity. All right, I'll tell you this: the game does go off at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 Pacific, so it is an early game, guys. The game starts in 2 hours and 45 minutes. All right, so make sure you guys don't miss it. It does come with a cost. It is $150. It's a sloppy $1.50, as I like to say. But it's going to be a big winner that puts money in your pocket. It is college football. It is one of the bowl games. That's about all I will tell you. So if you're looking for one big winner, there you go. Guaranteed Saturday. Get on board, guys, and make yourself some easy money. All right, guys. Absolutely love it. And just for the record, we've won 8 out of the last 9 Guaranteed Saturday plays. If you were on board last week, you guys got the over in the Buffalo and Troy game. If you were not on last week, you missed an absolute blowout winner. We had the over in that game. I believe the total was in the 50s. The low 50s. It was 51 or 50 and a half. And we stopped counting when it hit 70. I think there was 74 or 75 points. Here we go. 32-42 final. So it was 74 points out of we needed it over 50 and a half. So those are the type of games you get with our guaranteed Saturday play. And there we go. One hater in the house. So that's the type of games you get with our guaranteed Saturday play, guys. It's they're blowouts that we love to take the money from the books on. So don't miss out. If you're on board or if you're on the fence for it, make sure you guys get on board early. You definitely don't want to miss out. If you overthink it, you will miss it today because it is early. Normally they're later in the game, and it is college football. Brian, good morning. Glad to have you with us. Brad, you jinxed us. You jinxed us, Brad. We got our first one. Mr. Lester in the house. It was probably Daniel that gave us the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Mr. Martinez giving us the thumbs down. There we go, Brad. It's all good. Ready to break down some games. I know Daniel's got his legal pad out, and he's ready to pay attention. Nah, Daniel, I'm just teasing you. You know, I like to tease you. I mean, anybody who's a Tennessee fan deserves to be teased, right? Jessica R. from Pittsburgh. Fubar. Fred, who do I like in today's games? We're going to be going over that here shortly. Manuel Soriano, absolutely. There's always a hater in the crowd. Keep on shining. We're going to shine bright like a diamond, right? Ron's got a pad and a pen at the ready. A few new faces popping in. Guys, if you guys are just tuning in, welcome. It's Cappers Nation Live. This is our Saturday game day edition where we break down, at least this week, we'll be breaking down the college bowl games. We might jump into some other sports if we have some time. Moving forward, once the bowl games are done, we'll be talking about college basketball, the NBA, the NHL, and before we know it, Major League Baseball will be here as well in just a couple months. Who dat Bob in the house, good morning. But if you guys are new to the show, make sure you guys tune in. And make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you guys get notified each and every single time we put out a video. It don't matter if it's pre-recorded or if it's live like this. If we put out a video, we're going to give you guys free plays. We're going to make it worth your while. So make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can do that in the bottom right-hand corner of the video. You'll see in the bottom corner, you'll see a white little box with the Cappers Direct logo in it. Just hover your mouse over that box. It pops up a small little window that says subscribe. You don't even have to leave to subscribe. Just click that subscribe button, and you'll be good to go as well. That way, you guys get notified whenever we put out a video. And if you're new to YouTube, please do log in. Come join the live interactive chat. It makes it a lot of fun. The more user participation we have, the more we build the channel, the more we're going to give you guys absolutely free. So if you guys are watching the YouTube video, or if you're watching us on Twitter or Periscope, we don't monitor the live chat there. So make sure you guys come over to the YouTube side. That way, you can participate in the live chat. If you're posting messages on Twitter and you're wondering why I'm not responding, it's because I'm not monitoring the live chat over there. So please do come over to YouTube. Come join in on the fun. And start participating and breaking down some games with us. Because I do tell you, it is a lot of fun. The more user participation we have, the more time flies and the more information that gets passed around. You're very welcome, Mike. Jessica R. Al Linder, Babe Winkleman, Mike Ike. I actually know Al Linder's son Troy extremely well. Live chat rolling, guys. So if you're new over here, thank you, Baba Booey. Much appreciated. If you guys are new over here and you've never posted before, please do. Don't be scared. Come post in the live chat. And while we're at it, let's see where everybody's from. Because I know we're a handful. I know we're more than a handful of you guys are from. But I know where a lot of you guys are from. Like Mr. Butler's from the Bronx. G&G's up in the ice tundra of Canada. Curtis B. Fishing wishes he was in the States. Where are you guys from? Post up in the live chat where you're from. Would love to know where you're at, where you're watching from. Yes, Jessica, I do. Yeah. I know Troy from when I lived out in Southern California. From the Bahamas, huh? Nice. Tommy Johnson in the house. Checking in from Dallas, Texas. Very nice. Seeing where everybody's from this morning. Mike Vattel from St. Louis. Who dat Bob from New Orleans. Good morning, everybody. Ty's in the house. Good morning, bud. Adam. Michael Alessandro from the Bronx as well. We got a lot of people that tune in from the Bronx, believe it or not. Phoenix City, Alabama. Tim from Chattanooga. Tampa Bay. Curtis B. Fish and Bill Dance from Tennessee. Daniel, can I post that picture that you just texted me of how you tune into the show? Do I have your permission to post your picture? William, Kentucky by the way of New York and Pennsylvania. Love it. Excellent. Ha! Look. Thank you, Daniel. Brad gives permission. All right, guys. We got a good little group. Manuel's in Delaware. I gotta tell you, it's probably cold in Delaware. You know, it's a little cold in Vegas this morning. It's in the mid-30s, all right? It's cold. But it's going to be in the low 50s later today from what I saw earlier. Now, Tuesday is supposed to get really cold for us from what I saw last night. Monday and Tuesday are supposed to drop into the low 30s at night, high 20s. Brr. Going to make us desert rats freak out. Good morning. Getting ready to break down some college bowl games and get everybody on some good stuff and make some people some money. That's what we're about. Gary, you'll change locations with me. No, because you're like negative 40. Yeah, MLB, it's gonna be cold for New Year's. But then again, maybe it'll keep some people inside. You got Tino's in hot Atlanta. All right. Now that we're all getting acquainted, Dominique's at Dunkin' as we speak. I'll take an old-fashioned and a chocolate old-fashioned, please. Or just a bagel and cream cheese. All right, guys and gals, let's start getting these game day breakdowns going. We've got a busy day ahead of us. We've got some money to be made. G&G, you'd be surprised how many people tune in from Canada, as well as clients of ours from Canada. Believe it or not, there's quite a bit. William just asked me by text message, what's the coldest it's been in Vegas? It's, this morning feels like one of the coldest so far this winter. Mid-30s. It's a tad bit colder out by me, but I live out by the lake. Dominique, they'll be here. They're tuning in watching so they can give out the opposite of what we discuss in the show during when they go live. Every time, like clockwork. Before we start breaking down the games, out of curiosity, who's everybody like this morning? Who's on what? Or who's leaning towards what? And we're going to go over some games. We're actually going to get in depth in some of them. We're going to start telling you about some of the bigger personalities in the sports world and who they're leaning on and who they're liking this morning. We might even dive in depth into some of the other games later on in the week as well. Just because the 2 playoff games are today don't mean that the fun stops after Saturday. And let me tell you, you guys may want to tune into tomorrow's show. Week 17 can be a hindrance for a lot of people. Week 17 can be a big hindrance in the NFL. But it's it's one week in particular that we really excel at. All right, let's see what Johnny Moses likes. Nevada, Tommy Johnson likes the under in the Florida game. Virginia, Alabama, Florida. The over in the Arkansas game. Arkansas State game. Tino likes Florida. Randy G in the house likes Notre Dame. Seminole boy likes South Carolina. Jerome likes South Carolina under. Florida moneyline, South Carolina, Michigan looks good. Virginia plus the points. Fred. Picks and Coffee, LOL. Picks and Coffee, the barbershop talk, leans and laugh. We got a lot of names for the show. If I put them in the chat, we'd never get any followers because we'd probably get some people looking to have coffee in the morning. G&G, Clemson will roll in the over in the Alabama game. MLB, I can't see Clemson losing. Speaking of Clemson losing, there are some absolute huge wagers going on here in Vegas for these bowl games. Where was it at? Let's see here. Let me pop up the information. Yesterday, Better walked into one of the MGM books here in Vegas, and this is all confirmed by the director at the Mirage, Scott Shelton. Information courtesy of Patrick Everson of Covers. Better walked in, placed $525,000 on the Alabama money line, minus 550 to win $95,000 on the money line. He also bet $125,000 five-team money line parlay on Georgia minus 600, Alabama minus 550, the Patriots minus 850, the Seahawks minus 950, and the Chiefs minus 900. 125,000 to win 111,000. And a $50,000 three-teamer on the money line between Georgia, Bama, and the Patriots to win $27K. So he's got over $700,000 spread out over three wagers, and that's just a prelude to what's to come. The bowl games bring absolute huge action out. There's a lot of little tiny sports services out there that say people can't bet big in Vegas, and it's just because they don't know and they're absolutely clueless. Let's see what else went big here in Vegas so far. There's actually been quite a bit. John Luxack, the director, the race and sports for Caesars, said Caesars Entertainment took $140,000 money line parlay on Alabama and Clemson. $140,000 money line parlay on Alabama and Clemson to win $64,000. There was also a bettor last night that absolutely lost huge. He had $275,000 on the Iowa State money line, that two-point conversion. Not only did it kill quite a few people, but it killed this guy. He had Iowa State at plus 115 for $100,000, and then he had $175,000 at plus 110. There was a big bet on Syracuse minus 3 yesterday. There was a $100,000 bet at William Hill, confirmed by Nick Bogdanovich to Patrick Everson. FanDuel at Meadowlands on the East Coast yesterday accepted a $110,000 wager on Syracuse minus 2. Just going over some of the big bets, and guys, I'm telling you, it's going to go crazy today. Let me see, read back through some of the comments because I was on another screen. Yeah, it was not Steve Stevens. That's a fact. All right. Yes, Curtis, $550,000 to win $95,000 on the money line. I guess anything to make a buck. A buck for him would be 100. Brad likes Jazz and the Knicks and wants to know about getting gear. Capper's Direct Gear. We've got some in the works, Brad, and when it comes, I'll make sure to get you it. So that's what's going on around town, guys. You guys are going to see and hear a lot of that today. I will try and post a lot of it on my Twitter. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you probably should. At Cap Nation Kyle. I'll post a direct link to it. Hey Zeus, I've always recapped my games. I don't recap them in the videos when the games haven't taken place yet. But I've always recapped my games. We haven't got around to that part yet. I made a video yesterday at 3:30 in the afternoon. I recapped the 2 plays that we gave out. That was before that. Yes, Curtis, get the cheesecake. I'm probably the only service that actually bets their games and recaps, win, lose, or draw. I think I'm afraid of hiding from having a losing play. Crazy if you think that. All right, let me pop up the money. Let's see where some money's at on these games. And then we're going to get some big game day breakdowns going. Don't worry, William, I won't. It's a funny text message. LGZ in the house. Good morning. We are popping up where the money's at. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's see what there is. Yeah, he's laying 550,000 to win just under 100,000. And they do it for fun. I can promise you if he loses it, it won't really matter to him. LGZ right here. Lamar Howard, good morning. Oliver, tell her thank you. Tell her hit me up on Twitter. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's take a look at where this money's at. The Florida-Michigan game. As of right now, and remember this will update as soon as it turns about 8 o'clock here in Vegas, this should update. 50-50 action right now on the spread, the against the spread on the points. 50-50. 78% of moneyline bettors all taking Florida on the money line. 71% are on the under. The public riding the under big time in the Florida-Michigan game. Both those teams are capable of putting up points. 51's not that many. What is this message? Especially playing in a dome. South Carolina, Virginia. 80% of all moneyline bets are coming in on South Carolina. On the spread, South Carolina laying 4. On the spread, 61% of all bettors rolling with South Carolina early. The total is split at 51-49 towards the over. The Arkansas State-Nevada game. 60% of all moneyline bets are rolling with Nevada, 40% with Arkansas State. That's flip-flopped when it comes to the points. Taking the point or point and a half. 77% of the public is on Arkansas State. 23% on Nevada. When it comes to the over and under, 76% are on the over. Very smart, Fubar. Very smart. Baba Booey, no, it's not the same guy that's been losing large. Different individual. Gene 52160 was I the sharp who laid 140K moneyline parlay on Alabama and Clemson? I can confirm that wasn't me. However, I have laid a few six-figure wagers in my time at Caesars. I've got good credit there. I've posted tickets of them over the years. The rest of the money on the other games, Notre Dame and Clemson. 75% of all moneyline bettors are rolling with Notre Dame. Spread, taking the points. 68% of every bettor is taking Notre Dame with the points, plus the points. Just 32% rolling with Clemson minus 12.5. It's down to 11.5. 88% are rolling with the over 57. I believe that line's up to 57.5 now. We'll get to that here when we start breaking down that game. Oklahoma and Alabama. Sorry, 88% of all the bettors are on the over of that game, of the Notre Dame Clemson game. When it comes to Oklahoma and Alabama, 57% of all moneyline bets are coming in on Oklahoma. Obviously, moneyline bets usually favor the big dogs. Especially when you're getting 5-1. 63% of all spread bettors are laying the 14 with Alabama. Just 37% are taking the 14 with Oklahoma. And then 53% rolling with the over of 77.5, 78, and 47% rolling with the under. Yes, Fubar, he is active this weekend. Lamar Howard, good morning. Oh, I've already seen that message. Just trying to see everybody's message here. Jesus with the hit and run. Why we don't recap. Give me 1 second, guys, then we're going to jump straight into the breakdowns. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 quick second. I will be done in just a second. Okay, I'm back. John, good morning. Sorry you're late. No big deal. You haven't missed nothing. Absolutely, James. I could always hurry up, but what fun would that be? Good money, team. Absolutely. A lot of money to be made today. I love it. We got 3 haters in the house. Yes, Fubar, Clemson has key players missing for suspension. Marcus in the house. Good morning, bud. Alrighty. All right, let's pop up that first game day breakdown. Well, it didn't kill us since we had Auburn and the points, but taking a second half team total over 10.5, yeah, it definitely hurt that bet. Anytime you play team totals, you should always be betting than betting on the over or the spread. So definitely didn't hurt, but it did suck missing out on a small little bet. First game we're going to break down, Florida and Michigan. Game 249 and 250. Like I said just a little bit ago, the action on that game 50-50 when it comes to the spread. 29% are rolling with the over, 71% are with the under. Let me pop up the live lines on that game. See where everything started and see where it's at now. Michigan opened up as a 6-point favorite. They're now down to 5.5 in some spots, 5 in others. Total on that game opened up at 51. It's still sitting at 50.5, although there are a couple casinos that have it at 50. But it's safe to say $50.5 is the set total taking place. The Peach Bowl in Atlanta, Georgia. Mercedes-Benz Dome. Keynote, guys, this game is taking place in a dome. Here. Here's what we need. Here's the good stuff. Florida 9-3 straight up on the year, 7-4-1 against the spread. Michigan 10-2 straight up, 6-6 against the spread. Michigan laying 5 points here, guys. Some top team trends. Florida is 1-4 against the spread the last 2 years on more than 6 days rest. Michigan just 2-8 against the spread the last 10 games after a blowout straight-up loss of 20 points or more. Michigan coming off their big loss to Ohio State, losing 62-39, so you got to wonder just how is Michigan's mentality. Michigan, when they play the SEC, 7-0 on the over against the SEC. Last 7 games Michigan has played against the SEC, all the games have gone over. All right? These two teams did meet last year. These two teams are fairly familiar with each other. They played each other September 2nd last year, with Michigan absolutely smashing Florida at home as a favorite. Michigan was laying 3.5. They beat them 33-17. The total on that game was 46. It went over the total. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, I apologize. Back to the action. Before that, they played in 2016 as well. On New Year's Day, New Year's Bowl, with Michigan smashing Florida 41-7. Not only did they cover the 3.5-point spread, they pushed the game over as well. This is the first time they're going to see a total in the 50s. Their last 4 meetings, the total has been over 50 just once. They're on a 4-0 run on the over when they're playing each other. Florida is 8-3 straight up and against the spread in their last 11 bowl games. However, Michigan is 4-0. 4-0 against the spread and 4-0 straight up in their last 4 meetings dating back to 2003. Sorry, Michigan 4-0 straight up and 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 meetings against Florida dating back to 2003. 2 of them are most recent. They even beat them when they were a dog in 2008, winning 41-35, catching 10.5 points in that game. Curtis, this is the Peach Bowl. And as Dan said, Michigan does have some key players out. G&G, absolutely, bud. When you dive down in depth into these two teams and you look at who they've played and what they've done this year, let's just start out with Florida. All right, when you take a look at Florida, they opened up the year winning 53-6 against Charleston Southern. The very next week, they lost to Kentucky 27-16. They rattled off 5 straight wins after that against Colorado State. Sorry, Daniel, against Tennessee, Mississippi State. They did beat LSU 27-19 and Vanderbilt 37-27. All right. Florida showed some great promise after losing to Kentucky early in the year. Then they had 2 big losses to Georgia and Missouri, losing 36-17 and 38-17. 2 weeks apart from each other. Then they had 3 wins to round out the year, get them to be bowl eligible. Beating South Carolina, Idaho, and Florida State. South Carolina gave them their biggest test the last 3 weeks. They barely won 35-31. Look on the other side of the field. Michigan. 2-loss Michigan. They lost the first game and they lost the last game. They lost the first game of the year to Notre Dame. Who's in the playoffs? They lost 24-17 to Notre Dame. Then they rattled off 10 straight wins, beating Western Michigan, SMU, Nebraska, Northwestern Maryland, Wisconsin, Michigan State, Penn State, Rutgers, and Indiana. And let me tell you, they routed all those teams, with the exception of Indiana that only lost by 11. Then the end of the year, Harbaugh had his huge letdown against Ohio State. Urban Meyer's has got Harbaugh's number, let me tell you. Lost 62-39 when they absolutely blew it out the second half. The big question is going to be, just how much motivation does Michigan have after their big letdown? They're not playing on a New Year's Day bowl. They got the Peach Bowl. All right. Florida absolutely motivated to be where they're at. Michigan, it's, nothing poor about you. I'll give you a bounty fish in August. For Jim Harbaugh and the rest of Michigan, I'm going to question where their motivation is, and unfortunately, you can't see where their motivation is before you make your bet, before the game goes off. You're going to see it on the field. But I'll tell you one thing: they're not in the Outback Bowl, they're not in the Fiesta Bowl, they're not in the Citrus Bowl, they're not in the Rose Bowl, and they're not playing in the Sugar Bowl on New Year's Day. So, and they do have key guys out. And as Fubar just said, is Michigan able to move the ball on the ground? And if they're able to, they may be able to put some numbers up against Florida. When you look at the numbers, Florida averaging 34.5 points per game, Michigan averaging 36.8. Florida averaging 217 yards passing, 209 on the ground. Michigan averaging 213 in the air, 214 on the ground. Very diverse team, Michigan, being able to run the ball and pass the ball pretty identically for both teams. Even when you look at the defensive side of things, very, very similar numbers. I mean, they're off a little bit, but not by much. Florida averages giving up only 20.4 points per game, so Florida holding teams to less than 3 touchdowns a game. Michigan, even better than that, holding teams to 17.6 points per game. Florida holding teams to under 173 passing yards and 166 rushing per game. Michigan able to 39 passing and 123 on the ground. Turnover differential. Both teams ended up in the plus by a decent margin. Florida ended the year plus 10 on turnovers, which means they've received the ball because of turnovers 10 more times than they've given up on the year. Plus 7. Great numbers. Florida's fate is mostly going to depend on can they run the ball against Michigan. Michigan lost last season's bowl game as an 8-point favorite to South Carolina. And this year's team was devastated by Ohio State. Mark, very good question. Very good question, Mark. Remains to be seen. The only way we're going to find out is on the field. Based off of history on Michigan owning Florida, the last 4 times they've met, I'd have to say that I lean with Michigan. So I do lean with Michigan on this one, guys. Just strictly based off of their knowledge of the Florida program. I tend to believe that the kids, Jim Harbaugh don't want to lose another bowl game. He don't want to lose 2 in a row. He only lost 2 games all year. He wants that big win, number 11. He was hoping to have it on November 24th against Ohio State and be in the playoffs. But here he is on the outside. Sitting as the 7th ranked team in the country facing off against the 10th. Michigan over, Arkansas over. John, I like that. The only one that scares me is Bama covering the 14, and we're gonna go over that game here in just a minute. Alrighty. Let's move right along. Let's move right to South Carolina and Virginia. We just got an email, obviously, from somebody watching. I could only imagine. Jimmy Harris 91111. You talk about how you're not like the other handicapping services out there, but yet you don't answer my emails after I sent them time and time again. What a professional company you are. Well, if we would have received an email from you, we would have responded to it. So since you're watching it in the live chat, there you go. There's your response. Just hit that thumbs down button and go somewhere else. For everybody just tuning in, welcome guys. Cappers Nation Live Saturday edition. We're breaking down the bowl games. We're putting you guys on plays. And hopefully when it's all said and done, we've made you more money today than you started with. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys get signed up, get subscribed. That way you guys get notified every single time we put out a video. Kyle M here. Who's Joe? You're here. Curtis, a 91111 email is a troll/fake. I tend to agree, Curtis. I tend to agree. Who dat, Bob? I appreciate that. James Heckemeyer, how many handicappers work for Cappers Direct. There's 8 on payroll. However, there are more that are affiliated with the company. Devin Hall, good morning, Kyle. Excellent advice, John. But there's 8 individuals on payroll. However, our staff runs a lot deeper than that. As I don't do the website, I don't post the plays. Gotta live TV in the house. Brother Boog in the house. A beautiful Saturday to be a gambler, absolutely. Cherry, nothing yet. We gave out a nice lean on Michigan minus the points. Good breakdown of that game. Curtis, Kyle has enough trolls to fill the Brooklyn Bridge. What's crazy is, it's actually not crazy. I'd have to say 95% of the trolls and haters all come from one individual, one company, and a million other fake accounts. Gary, enough trolls to start a new movie series. Absolutely. I love it, though. I absolutely love it. Just like I wished all our haters, I always wish them well. I always wish them well. All right, let's move on. Sorry. I got caught up reading something else. All right, I'm back. UFC action. Daniel Martinez is the man when it comes to UFC action. All right, guys and gals, if you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you guys get notified every single time we go live. Or we put out a pre-recorded video. Click that subscribe button. Get subscribed to the YouTube channel. You'll be notified. Also, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. Give us a like in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work. Mark Blevins, they talk about you showing off your cars and 50% of their videos are in a car. Yeah. Exactly. Hold on, let me put some headphones on and talk to myself. Hold on. Hold on. I'm not cool. My headphones still got wires. Hold on. And let me hang them off my ears. All right. All right. All right, we're ready. We're ready. Good morning, Kissy B. All right, I got my headphones on. I'm going to go film a video in my car next with my headphones on. Because we need them for some strange reason while you're talking to yourself. All right, let's get back to the bowl games. Game 251, 252. Marcus, what's up, buddy? Ron, I look real official now. Absolutely. I agree with you. Steven, it was probably a fake fake email anyways. Just a coincidence there's a Jimmy in the first name of the email, right? Absolutely blessed we woke up today. Now we're going to make some more money. Let's get to that South Carolina, Virginia game. Game 251, 252. Dominique, yes, we gave out lean on Michigan already. Michigan minus the points. Line on this game opened up game 251, 252. South Carolina opened up as a 6.5 point favorite. They are now favored only by 4, down 2.5 points. Total opened up at 54.5. The total is now down to 54, although the MGM and Mirage properties just bumped it down to a low 53.5. Let's take a look back up where the money's at. 77% of all bettors are rolling with South Carolina on the money line, which is usually the opposite. Usually the money line goes to the underdog here. 61% of all the money that's coming in as of right now is on South Carolina laying the 4 points. It was a lot higher than that. There is a lot of late money coming in on Virginia. That total is pretty even. The over and the under. The over's at 52% of the bettors rolling with the over of 54. Rolling with the under as well. Dominique says he's leaning on South Carolina today. Thanks, Kyle. South Carolina finished the year 7-5 straight up, 7-5 against the spread. Virginia 7-5 straight up, 8-4 against the spread, just a little bit better covering the spread. Thank you, Mike. South Carolina is 12-2-1 against the spread. Their last 15 games versus an opponent on more than 6 days rest. Virginia just 3-9 against the spread the last 3 years against lesser rushing defenses, yielding more than 4.35 yards per carry. Virginia 14-6 on the under their last 5 years against lesser rushing defenses, yielding more than 4.35 yards per carry as well. Head-to-head trends. They haven't faced each other since 2003. However, Virginia is on a 12-1 on the under the total run in bowl games. Their last 13 bowl games that Virginia has played in, 12 out of the 13 have all gone under the total. Remember, guys, bettors may just ride that one into the ground. The last time these two teams faced off was in 2003. A lot of you tuning in now weren't even old enough to gamble back then. South Carolina beat Virginia 31-7 back in 2003. As a home dog, catching 3 points at home. It also went over the super low total of 37 15 years ago. This is the Belk Bowl, guys. The Belk Bowl. Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Will be televised on ABC. This is one of our 12 o'clock games. This could be a spot for Virginia to get a little redemption after last year's return to bowl games. It was their first bowl game since 2011 last year, and they absolutely got demolished by Navy. They lost to Navy last year 49-7 or 49-7 in the Military Bowl last year. Virginia coming in off of 2 straight overtime losses, losing to Georgia Tech 30-27 and 34-31 to Virginia Tech. Virginia definitely trying to get back in the win column. South Carolina coming off a big win against Akron, winning 28-3. They only allowed Akron to put up a field goal. In a game that had a total of 56.5, that game went way under the total. However, South Carolina games have only gone under the total 5 times this year. 7-5 on the over. Daniel, my wife went to UVA. They are smart kids, but not football players. Used to the hype and the travel, etc. LOL. Good information. Thank you, Daniel. Virginia games. Finished the year with 3 straight overs. They went over the total of 49 in the Virginia Tech game. Total was at 49. They had a total of 65 points. Went over in the Georgia Tech game that had a total of 51.5. Total ended up being that total point score was 57. And then against Liberty, the total was 57.5. They beat Liberty 45-24. However, the game did go under the total of 45 when they played Pittsburgh. Virginia is another team, 7-5 on the over this year. South Carolina, as Russ just said, 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 bowl games, and 4-0 against the spread versus a team with a winning record. South Carolina is 6-0 against the spread in the last 6 neutral site games, and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 overall. Great little stats there. Thanks, Russ. When you dive into the numbers of the Belk Bowl, South Carolina averaging 32.6 points per game. Virginia averaging 28.5. South Carolina getting the job done with 277 yards in the air, 163 on the ground. For Virginia, they're getting the job done, 212 yards in the air, 170 on the ground. So Virginia averaging less than 400 yards a game on offense. On the defensive side of things, South Carolina holding teams to under 4 touchdowns a game at 27.2. Virginia a little bit better, holding teams to just 21.8 points per game. South Carolina gives up 231 yards in the air, 194 to teams that want to rush the ball. Virginia averages giving up 180 yards in the air and only 157 on the ground. South Carolina turned the ball over more than they forced turnovers. They ended up the year -4 on the turnovers. Virginia ended the year +1. Daniel giving away trade secrets there. Yeah, Jose, only 1 lean in an hour and a half, but it didn't cost you a penny. So I'm not sure why you're complaining. Dominic, a troll. You know, it was only a matter of time. Absolutely, Dominic. Joyce will work on that one. Russ just said the over is 5-0 in Virginia's last 5 bowl games, but you got to remember they've only played 1 since 2011. Curtis in the house. Good morning, bud. Glad we're more important than Bassmasters this morning. Look who's in the house. Sandbox Mafia, yo. Last time these two teams played each other 15 years ago, South Carolina smashed them. Nicholas Bitzer in the house. What's going on? Good morning. Let's dive down into these teams. Look at who they've played so far this year. South Carolina played Coastal Carolina. They beat them. They lost to Georgia 41-17. They beat Vanderbilt 37-14. They came back. They lost to Kentucky 24-10. They beat Missouri 37-35 in a nail biter. They lost to Texas A&M 26-23. They beat Tennessee 27-24. Sorry, Daniel. They beat Mississippi 48-44 in a game that saw nearly 100 points. They lost to Florida 31. They demolished Chattanooga. They lost to Clemson 56-35. And they beat Akron 28-3 to round out the year. You did play them tough, Daniel. Be honest, the first half of the season, you guys absolutely sucked. But you guys battled back. You guys earned a little respect towards the end, down that last stretch. Virginia, on the other hand, they opened up the year with a win against Richmond. They lost to Indiana, then they beat Ohio and Louisville. They lost to NC State. They did beat Miami 16-3. They rattled off 2 more wins against Duke and North Carolina. Then they lost to Pittsburgh 23-13. Then they beat Liberty 45-24, and then they lost their last 2 games in overtime to Georgia and Virginia by 3 points apiece. I do have a nice lean on this. South Carolina minus the 4. Yeah, Missouri was decent. Was a nice win for them. Good morning, Sean. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome, everybody that's just tuning in. I know we get a lot of people that come and go, as well as our faithfuls that watch the entire program. We do appreciate it. For everybody that's just tuning in, thank you. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you guys get notified every time we put out a video. It don't matter if it's live like this or pre-recorded. I may go live on an impromptu live part later in the day. You just never know. So make sure that you guys are subscribed. Also, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work and all the content and information. Also, on a side note, before we get down the game day breakdowns, I am going to have a free play for you guys. You never know. I may even give another one. Dennis, we've gave out some leans on Michigan, and we gave out a lean on South Carolina. Ron, I do appreciate it. Couple deals they got going on over at Cappers Direct. Obviously, we got a plug because there's a reason why we do this. You can get all of today's premium plays, and I'm going to tell you right now, there's 4 premium plays set for today. you can get all of our premium plays. There's 3 college football and 1 college basketball. You can get all of our premium plays for the day for just $49. They're normally $1,000 a week, $3,000 a month, but you can get all of them today for just $49. Or even better than that, you can get 1 full week of our premium plays for $150. Get it right on the website. You get instant access to the plays. As soon as you sign up, just click that link. As soon as you sign up, instant access to the plays. You don't got to wait for some jerk-off in his mama's basement to email you the plays, or you don't got to wait for some ding-dong in his kitchen to text message you the games, all right? As soon as you sign up, bam, instant access to the play. Princess Chachu, your book has Michigan minus 7.5. If your book has Michigan minus 7.5, you should slap that bookie upside down because the line is 5 now here in Vegas. Matter of fact, the Westgate just bumped Michigan down to 4.5. So if your book has 3 points higher than the largest sports book in the world, which is the Westgate, then you need to find a new place to bet. I wouldn't recommend betting anything with them at 7.5. Marcus, what'd I say? That was funny. So make sure you guys get on board our premium plays. Get on board, guys. We've got one of the early games as a premium play. And remember, our guaranteed Saturday play. See, my bookie's got 4.5. Guaranteed Saturday, guys. You don't want to miss it. I'm telling you right now, you do not want to miss our big guaranteed Saturday play. What it is, for everybody that was here earlier, or you guys slap your bookie upside down. I mean, it's truth. I mean, everywhere else is 4.5 or 5. And, I mean, maybe if you're with Bovada, you might see 5.5 right now, but you want to tell me somebody's got 7.5? They're absolutely robbing you blind. My bad, it's 4.5. There you go, Daniel. Yeah, Bovada inflates lines. Bovada's great if you're betting a dog. They're absolutely horrible if you're not. There you go. You don't got to slap your bookie upside down now. Guaranteed Saturday, guys. 12 o'clock Eastern time, 9 Pacific. So we've got an hour and 28 minutes before Guaranteed Saturday. You guys don't want to miss it. If you've never bet our Guaranteed Saturday plays, here's what it is, all right? It's one big game. It's in a nutshell. It's our game of the week. It is in college football. I'm not going to tell you which game it is. There's only 2 at 9 o'clock here in Vegas, all right? There's only 2 at noon. But I will tell you it's one of the games. It's either the side or it's the total. I'm not going to divulge that information. But what I will tell you, it's going to be a flat-out winner, all right? We have absolutely owned our guaranteed Saturday plays all year long. We've won 8 out of our last 9. And you know what? They're going to be another big winner this week. Last week for Guaranteed Saturday in college football, we gave out the over in the Buffalo-Troy game that had a total of like 50.5 or 51. We saw 74 points scored in that game, and it was done quick and easy. That's the way we like our Guaranteed Saturday plays. Those are the type of games we put out. We've had this game circled on the board since the bowl schedule came out, and we absolutely love it. The line is off significantly on where it should be, and we're rolling with one of these. All right, Guaranteed Saturdays at 12 Eastern time. It is in college football, guaranteed to win, or you get a full refund, no questions asked. It's $150. It does come with a small little price. I like to call it a sloppy $1.50, but if you're moving serious money, guys, it don't matter if it's $300, $400, $500, $1,000, maybe you bet more, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a game. If you're looking for one big game that you can step out and really pound, this is it. All right, you down on the week and you want to get even with your book, here's the chance. All right, maybe you're a small bettor, but you really want to feel the thrill of victory and you want to step out. Here's the game that you can do it on. All right, maybe you're up and you want to take some of that money and you really want to stick it to your book. Here's your chance. Thank you, Shane. I do appreciate the thumbs up. Like I said, game goes off at 12 o'clock. It's already posted on our website. You get instant access as soon as you sign up for the play. You get access to the play. Just like our premium plays, guys, as soon as you sign up, you get access to the play. You're not waiting for some jerk off in his kitchen, in his apartment kitchen, to text message you the games or call you at the games. You're not waiting for somebody in their car or their mama's basement or their garage to email you the games, all right? And you never have to call in to activate your account, and we don't do that. You'll call, you sign up somewhere, you find out that you bought crap and you should have bought somebody else's package, or they start losing and they say, hey, you should go buy so-and-so's package. They're, for $6 or for $9.99, they're winning. Never happens here, guys. We don't upgrade you. We don't tell you what you bought is crap. Hell, our smallest games, our consensus plays, we should, we win a hell of a lot more than most people's big games. And we should probably change the name of our premium plays to something different, something more unique. Other services like to say, oh, they give away premium plays for free, but yet they've got games higher than that. They're top-rated games, whatever they want to call it. The upstate New York plays. But we, our top-rated games are our premium plays and obviously our guaranteed Saturday play. But we need to come up with a new name for our top-rated plays, just for the sole fact that we lose any confusion. Kyle's catch of the day. That may be coming tomorrow, Curtis. That may be coming tomorrow. Kyle's catch of the day. Kyle's catch of the week. Give me 1 second, guys. I just got an email from Mr. Wynn that I'd like to respond to real quick. Give me 1 second. I am about done. Not the fastest typer in the world, but I'm not slow either. But somebody sent me an email. I'd like to respond back to it. There we go. Done. 1,000 words per minute. The lock of the week. Hook, line, and sinker pick. There we go. Yeah, I don't like the word lock. I mean, our guaranteed Saturday, we guarantee that you win or you receive a full refund, no questions asked. Holy shit. Gina and 1,000 words per minute. I try and type fast. Time is money, right? Time is money and we don't want to miss out. And remember, guys, you can get every one of our premium plays today as well for $49. And if you do not have a winning day on our premium plays today, I'll give you tomorrow's for free. So that I will say. Make sure you guys get on board. It's going to be a good time today. It's going to be a good money-making day. South Carolina is now at 3.5. Steven, excellent. Michael, what I said was guaranteed Saturday is at noon Eastern time, so don't miss it. And I said, if somebody purchases... Michael, good morning. The other Michael. Two Michaels showing up. Michael loves our guaranteed Saturday play, and it is early today. If you guys missed our guaranteed Saturday last week, it was a smoking easy winner. Guaranteed Saturday, baby. We love it. Guaranteed Saturday, home of the winner, it's free program. There's a direct link. Michael loves our Guaranteed Saturday plays. He hammers them every single weekend with great success. Ain't that right, Mr. Michael F.? Death, taxes, and Guaranteed Saturday, baby. All right, let's get another game day breakdown because it is getting late, 7:40 here in Vegas. We got an hour and 19 minutes before Guaranteed Saturday gets underway. Absolutely, Mr. Butler. We're going to have a great Saturday. That's too bad, Curtis. 30% is a lot. You know it's getting close to game time on a busy day when the phones are going crazy. All right, let's jump straight to the Orange Bowl. How about that one? Let's jump straight to the Orange Bowl. Oklahoma University and Alabama. Andre, good morning. One day the Guaranteed Saturday promo code will be Mike F. That would be a good one. I could probably make that happen. Good morning, Alex. Thanks for tuning in, bud. All right, let's jump straight to that Orange Bowl. Let's see where the money's... Actually, let's take a look at the line first of all. It has finally came down just a little bit. Alabama opened up as a 14-point favorite. They've stayed 14 the entire time that line has been out. It has now dropped to 13.5 at the Westgate, 13.5 at William Hill, 13.5 at the stations. I know a lot of places offshore also have it at 13.5. Total opened up at 79.5. The Westgate still has it at 79. MGM still has it at 78 and 78.5 at the Wynn. 78 at the station. So if you're here locally and you're betting the over or the under, it pays to shop around. All right, looking at the percentages on this line, on this game. Game 253, 254. There is some money coming in this morning on Oklahoma. It's now up to, actually now down to just 57% of all the bets coming in are on Alabama on the spread. Laying the 14 points, 43%. Taking the points on Oklahoma. It's about a 6% gain on the spread on Oklahoma since when we started the show. 70% of all bettors are still rolling with the over. Everybody pounding the over in that game. 30% riding the under. Alabama played a lot of scrubs all year long. But yet when they played some high-profile, they gave up 28 to Georgia, 21 to Auburn. Hell, they gave up 17 to Citadel, but they shut out Mississippi State. They shut out LSU. They gave up 21 to Tennessee. They gave up 31 to Arkansas. 23 to Texas A&M. And then there's Oklahoma. Who had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games this year with over 90 points combined. Oklahoma finishing the year 12-1. Straight up 5-7-1 against the spread. If you've been betting against Oklahoma and their high spreads all year long, you took a loss. Raleigh, good morning. Thanks for tuning in, bud. Alabama 13-0, undefeated. 8-5 against the spread. Very good comment there, Alex. Not sure if Bama can cover giving up that many points in the bowl game, especially with Oklahoma scoring 54 points on average. Alabama's been the #1 team all year long. Odds makers have made them that way all year. FanDuel at the Meadowlands and any FanDuel book on the East Coast. Before the SEC championship game against Georgia, they agreed to, had already paid all the tickets for everybody that bet Alabama minus 140 to win the national championship. They already paid them out. No strings attached. If you had bet, you paid it out. One, it was great for promotion, and two, they figured they were already going to pay it out anyways. So they pay it out. They get everybody to take Alabama laying the points against Georgia. They suckered them in when Alabama was laying 11.5 and they couldn't cover the spread. Yes, Robert Mackey and Michael, Oklahoma defense is very, very bad. However, they showed up when it was needed. They showed up against Texas. They held Texas to 27 points, and they got the job done. Absolutely, Michael. They're playing an SEC team, and they're playing the #1 team in the SEC. Fact. Absolutely, this is Alabama. Oh, I look forward to this matchup. There's definitely going to be some points scored. Is there going to be north of 11 touchdowns? Remains to be seen, but we're going to know that here shortly. Some top team trends. Oklahoma's 8-2 against the spread. Their last 10 games on a winning streak of 6 or more games. Alabama is just 10-23 against the spread against lesser passing defenses, yielding more than 7.4 yards per attempt. And Oklahoma is 7-0 on the over against decent passing defenses, yielding less than 6.4 per attempt. The last time these two teams faced off was in 2014, with Oklahoma beating Alabama 45-31. Michael thinks Kyler Murray chooses Major League Baseball after tonight. No kidding, huh? Their last 3 meetings dating back to 2002. The games have gone over 2 times, 1 on the under. The dog has covered the spread all 3 meetings. Robert Mackey says, remember I said this, 47-34 Alabama. Let's dive into the numbers. Oklahoma finishing the year 12-1 straight up. Alabama 13-0. Oklahoma averaging 49.5 points per game. Alabama just under that at 47.9. Oklahoma averaging 324 yards in the air, 254 on the ground. Alabama averaging 325 in the air, 202 on the ground. Joyce, glad to see you guys got on board the Guaranteed Saturday play. Please don't post it on here. Be the first way to get the live shows down. As James just said, your book sucks if they've got Michigan minus 7.5. Lewis thinks Alabama's going to win by 4 touchdowns. And Joyce, if you guys ever have any questions, just do me a favor, call me right after the show. If you guys have any questions. All right, back to Oklahoma and Alabama. On the defensive side of things, Oklahoma, with their shit defense, allowing teams to score 32.4 points per game. Alabama holding teams to just 14.8 points per game. Oklahoma gives up 291 yards in the air, 157 on the ground. So teams can have their field day on either the air raid or on the ground, whichever way they want to. Alabama holding teams to 178 in the air, 117 on the ground. Oklahoma finished -2 on the turnovers. Alabama +8. One thing that's certain is there's going to be points scored in this game. Let's see who's on where on this game. Let me pop up. Let's see. Wes Reynolds, Matt Yeomans, all like Alabama, laying the points. Jonathan Van Tobel likes Oklahoma. Steve Makinen likes Oklahoma. Brent Munzberger likes Alabama in the under. The consensus rating rolls to the under, as well as Oklahoma. I think, thank you, Marcus, for posting that. I think Alabama wins outright. But I like the 14 points with Oklahoma. I do like the 14 points with Oklahoma as a lean. I think Oklahoma will do what it needs to keep it close as far as scoring goes. They'll pull out all the stops that they can. Lincoln Riley in the Big 12. Big 12 ain't known for defense, but Lincoln Riley should definitely be able to put up some numbers. It's sad when you want to see Alabama lose to a weak defense by the hook and win Alabama. I never said I want to see Alabama lose. I said I think they win the game outright, but I don't think they cover the 14. My personal opinion. I think 14 is a lot of points. That's why they call it gambling, Edward. We're going to find out. They may just cover the spread. I think they went out right. And the catch will probably be the under. Watch it be like a 21-14 final. 21-7. 21-7 final. A push. Like they shut out LSU. Joe Hill, Alabama first half. That was a good bet for a long, long time. Alex, you should probably do a 10-point teaser if you're on 5 dimes. That way you could take Alabama minus 3.5. If Michigan loses, does Harbaugh leave to the NFL? He says that he's not going anywhere. But if he loses, he just may. That would be fitting if he did, though. Lewis, welcome to the show, bud. Remember, guys, if you guys are on our email list and you guys get the play or you get the emails from Cappers Direct, if you guys ever want to not be on that email list, all you got to do is click the unsubscribe button, or if you have problems doing that, you could always email in or ask me and I'll make sure that they get you removed. We don't want to email anybody that doesn't want our emails anyways. All right, let's get another game day breakdown. Let's jump into the Cotton Bowl, the other playoff game, because we don't have time to break them all down today because the barbershop leans this morning. Ran a little extra. Joe would be heartbroken if he left Michigan. Honestly, I can't see him leaving. He's already announced that he won't be leaving. But you know how that is. I mean, Michigan's paying him a hefty penny to be there. I'm not sure there's another NFL team that would pay him more to flip-flop. All right, let's get the Cotton Bowl down. If the Jets were smart, they'd go out and get Le'Veon Bell. Game 255, 256, Notre Dame and Clemson. Let's take a look. Odds and where it's at currently. Clemson opened up as a 10.5-point favorite. That line quickly jumped to 12.5. It is now coming down with some early action this morning on Notre Dame. We saw it at 12.5 all night and all morning. It's now down to 12 at the stations, 11.5 just about everywhere else in Vegas. All right, can you guys hear me now while I'm waiting to get the audio back up. I'm not sure what happened here. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Hold on. Now we'll go back to the regular camera. All right, everybody got me on audio? We all good to go? There's an echo. Hold on, let's see here. What about now? We good to go now, folks. We good to go, hopefully. Good, okay now. Not sure what happened, but one of my cameras shut off and just decided to take a crap on us, but we got it back up. Got it running. Hopefully there's no echo right now. There should be no echo right now. You guys should not have an echo. Just kidding. There should be no echo. All right, let's get back to this game day breakdown. If there's a problem with the audio, please do post it in the comments. Okay, echo's disappeared. Good. Excellent. Let's get back to the game day breakdown. Some big movement in this game, guys, on the line. 68% of all bettors right now are taking Notre Dame plus the point. Up before was I wanted to see where William Hill was at with the lines last night, where it's moved from today. They had everybody on Notre Dame last night. A lot of people on Notre Dame last night at the William Hill books. The rest of the places in Vegas are all the same. Good luck, Trump. Good to go. A lot of action coming in on Notre Dame plus the points. 86% are all taking the over in the Notre Dame-Clemson game. That kind of scares me when the public is all lopsided on one side. The money line bets. Money line. 72% of all bettors are rolling with Notre Dame on the money line. But when you got a money line of plus 320, it's kind of hard not to put a bet on it. You know what I mean? It's a juicy bet. You got two undefeated teams. Notre Dame sitting 12-1, 6-5-1 against the spread. Clemson 13-0 and 7-6 against the spread. Some top team trends between these two teams. Clemson is 19-6 against the spread their last 25 games when facing off against an AP top 10 team. Notre Dame is just 2-8 against the spread their last 10 games against elite rushing teams, averaging more than 5 yards per carry. Notre Dame is 13-2 on the under their last 15 games versus opponents on winning streaks of 5 or more games. The last time these two teams faced off was 3 years ago, October 3rd, in 2015, with Clemson winning 24-22. That game went under the total of 48.5. And the dog catching the 2.5. Notre Dame covered the 2.5-point spread. Looking into the numbers on this game, Notre Dame averaging 33.8 points per game. Clemson averaging 45.4 points per game. Notre Dame getting the job done with 266 yards in the air, 190 on the ground. Clemson, look at these diverse numbers, averaging almost 550 yards a game on offense, 270 in the air and 260 on the ground. They don't get more diverse than that. Clemson averaging 8.1 yards per passing attempt, as well as 6.8 for every rush. On the defensive side of things, Notre Dame holding teams to 17.2 points per game. Clemson even better than that, holding teams to less than 2 touchdowns a game at 13.7 points per game. Good morning, Mr. Thank you for tuning in, bud. Notre Dame holding teams 198 yards in the air, 133 on the ground. Clemson holding teams to 184 in the air and just 93 yards on the ground. Clemson's rush defense is stingy, 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 stingy. One thing that I look forward to is I look forward to watching Clemson try and run the ball over Notre Dame, who's had a fairly decent run defense all year. And can Clemson keep Notre Dame under 100 yards like they've done just to about everybody this year, rushing the ball? Turnover differentials. Notre Dame ended the year +5. Clemson ended the year +4. Taking a look at the opponents, let's start with Notre Dame first. Let's take a look at the dog first. Beating Michigan by a touchdown to start the year. Then they beat a bunch of scrubs. Ball State, Vanderbilt, Wake Forest. They did beat Stanford 38-17. They beat Virginia Tech, Pittsburgh, Navy, Northwestern, Florida State, Syracuse, and USC. Gonna be honest with you. In my personal opinion, Georgia, we could debate this all day long. Georgia should be here before Notre Dame. Notre Dame's 12-0. They've got no conference championship game. And who did they beat all year? They beat Michigan in week 1. They beat Michigan in week 1. But anyways, Clemson, take a look at their season. Finishing 13-0. They did win their conference championship. They beat Furman. They beat Texas A&M by 2. They smashed Georgia Southern. They beat Georgia Tech by 28 points. They barely escaped with a win over Syracuse, winning 27-23. They smashed Wake Forest by 60. They beat NC State, they beat Florida State, they beat Louisville, they beat Boston College, they beat Duke, and they beat South Carolina, and they beat Pittsburgh in the championship game. Some things that you can compare between these two teams. A lot of bowl games. They try and patch. They try and match up teams that aren't familiar with each other, that haven't played a lot of the same teams every year. You take a look at Notre Dame and Clemson. They both played Syracuse, right? Clemson played them in week 5. They escaped with a win, winning 27-23. They did not cover the spread of 24.5. Matter of fact, they nearly lost that game. It also went under. Notre Dame played Clemson towards the end of the season. They smashed them. They won 36-3. That game also went under the total of 64.5. Notre Dame covered the spread against Clemson. Notre Dame covered the spread against Syracuse. Spread was 10. Good morning, infamous Weiner. Welcome. Another team we can compare. Pittsburgh. Clemson played Pittsburgh in their championship game. The ACC championship game. Clemson demolished them. 42-10. Little Dizzer, what's going on? Good morning. Clemson smashed Pittsburgh 42-10. They covered the 27.5 point spread. However, that game went under the total of 53.5. Now, Notre Dame played Pittsburgh as well. Notre Dame was laying 21 back in the second week of October. They beat them. They didn't cover the spread. They beat them 19-14. Notre Dame struggled middle of the season against Clemson. Take a look at Florida State. Staying with Notre Dame. They beat them 42-13 towards the end of the year. They covered the 17 points they were laying. Clemson played Florida State. They were laying 18. They won 59-10. That game went over the total of 49.5. Interesting enough, when Notre Dame played Florida State, the total was 51.5. It went over the total as well. Both teams made easy work of Florida State. Wake Forest. Notre Dame beat them 56-27. They covered the 6-point spread. Week 4 of college football. Clemson demolished them 63-3. Humiliated them. Went over the total of 61. Clemson put it over the total themselves. I remember we were on the over in that game. Over and Clemson. These teams got a lot of tape to look at between each team and their opponents. They've as far as a lean goes, I'd have to say, I mean, I do like the over personally, as a small lean in I think we'll see some scoring in that game. Both teams got a great defense, but their offenses prevail. Now, if the total was in the mid-60s, I'd say definitely on the under. Yes, Robert, Russ is posting regular season numbers. He knows that. We all know that. Now, remember, guys, guaranteed Saturday. If you're not already on it, you don't want to miss it. It is an early game today. Guaranteed Saturday goes off at noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. here in Vegas. For everybody that's just tuning in that wants to know what is Guaranteed Saturday, Guaranteed Saturday is one game. It is our game of the week. Win or it's free. If you lose, which we're not going to talk much about that because it doesn't generally happen. But if for some reason it does and we got to stick our foot in our mouth, we refund your money, no questions asked. It does come with a cost. It's $150. It's one huge college football game at noon, time 9 Pacific. But you guys want one game that you can absolutely step out on, Guaranteed Saturday is the play. It's $150, guaranteed to win, or you get a full refund, no questions asked. And it will be a nice winner, that's for sure. We've won 8 out of our... We have won 8 out of our last 9 guaranteed Saturday plays. If you were on it last week, you got the over in the Buffalo and Troy game. If you were on it the week before that, you got the over in the Texans games. Last week we gave out the over of, I think it was either 50.5 or 51. Buffalo and Troy put up 74 combined points. Yes, infamous Whiner Rewind. It was the very first game we broke down. So make sure you guys get on our guaranteed Saturday play. If you guys are looking for one game that you guys can step out on and really pound, that's the game to do it on. Also, our premium plays today. You can get every one of our premium plays that we offer. There's 4 premium plays, and this is not our guaranteed Saturday play, all right? But if you want 4 of our premium plays today, you can get all 4 of our premium plays, 3 college bowl games, and a college basketball game. Get today's premium plays for just $49. Better than that, you can get a full week of our premium plays for $150. You get instant access to our plays. Our plays are posted on our website every single day. You don't got to wait for some jerk off in his kitchen or in his living room to email you the plays or text you the games. You're not waiting for some ding dong to email you the games. You can call in if you want to, but you never have to. Instant access to the plays. As soon as you sign up, you've got access to the plays right on our website. Our website works 100% of the time. Guaranteed Saturday is going to be nice, easy money. And here is your opportunity. All right, guys. Now, Flip Money, thank you. I appreciate that. Make sure you hit the rewind button. That way you can watch the entire program because we are towards the end of it. We did give out a free play in our daily free play video. If you did not watch that one, there's a free play in that was posted yesterday early evening. Should be a very nice college basketball free play for everybody there. Now we'll get everybody that's still here on a free play. I got a little bit. Got a little bit left. I'm running low. I had a couple cups before the show. Yo, K.I. here. What up, Reggie? Reggie was my number 2 hater. Number 1, we all know who that is. The guy can't stop talking about me and posting about me on social media. The guy goes to bed thinking about me. Probably makes love to his wife thinking about me, as sick as that is. Good move there, Russ. Taking it early. Edward. Figure some of you like that one. I mean, when all you do is post about me on social media, talk about me in your videos. I know you can't grow a beard because you're in the military still, but anyways. Reggie M, you gonna make me some great money today again? Absolutely. Reggie came on board last Sunday when we went 3-1 on our premium plays. Reggie, my number 2 hater. But we came to a mutual understanding. He doesn't got to like me to make money with me, to break bread, as he likes to call it. Flip, let's not give them the time of day. Robert, absolutely jealous and envy. People get mad because I post a video from my nice house. Sorry, I'm not in base housing or some rinky-dink apartment, you know? People want to know they're dealing with people that are successful. And the best way to tell if somebody's actually betting the games themselves and they're actually successful is how do they live? Because I can promise you, I don't know one person that's successful in this industry that doesn't have nice things. You don't reward yourself in life. You want to say, oh, you give it all to charity, yet you won't tell how much money you donated because you're a liar, because you probably didn't donate shit. I actually donate more than the government allows me to claim on my taxes. But yes, I have a nice house. We've got some nice cars. Nice toys. Got a motorhome. Boat. Truck. Rock crawler. Wife drives a nice car. But we work hard for it. We work hard for you guys. I want you guys to have nice things. Joe, let's kill it today, bud. 4-0. I smell it. I feel it. It's going to be a big day today. You know, we take a lot of dogs. We go against the public, and we take a lot of dogs. Take a lot of dogs. Flip money, absolutely. Post tickets, man. Post tickets. Somebody sent me something of some dipshit who never posts anything. Never posts a ticket. He don't bet his own games. That he was going to bet $1,000 on the Oklahoma money line. He was going to post a ticket real soon. I'm willing to bet that he never posted a ticket. Absolutely, Edward. If you don't bet dogs, you won't be successful long term. And guys, I'll tell you this. I'll be honest with you. We were cold, real cold, a week and a half ago. We're just now working our way out of it. We're grinding our way out of it. It's what we do. Long-term success. We could have a losing day, a losing week. Hell, we could have a losing month. We'll grind our way out of it. Because we work off a long-term. You can either be a short-term short-term gambler, or you could be a long-term sports investor. You can either be a gambler or an investor. I prefer to be an investor. Michael, I just responded to your message on Twitter. Guaranteed Saturday is 9 o'clock on the West Coast, 12 on the East Coast. So make sure you do not miss Guaranteed Saturday plays. But long-term is where it's at. Anybody can have a winning day or a winning week and say that they're the best thing since sliced bread. But can they be successful long-term and prove it day in and day out? And guys, be careful people that don't actually bet their games and don't post tickets and don't prove it on a daily basis. These guys are gambling with your money. They're the same type of scumbags that put codes to make you go sign up on sports books so when you lose, they make a profit. Remember that, guys. When somebody gives you an affiliate code to go sign up at a sports book and you lose money, they're making 25 to 40% of every dollar you lose. So if they're going to give you games and you sign, let's just say the same person that's giving you games tells you where to go bet a game. Hey, go sign up here, use this promo code, bonus. When you lose on their games, they're making money off of you when you lose. So you're going to pay scumbags and scammers for plays. Then they're going to give you plays and you lose, and they make money off the back end of you. They're double dipping. So be careful. Be careful. I'm going to give you guys a free play in college basketball right now. Going to give you guys a free play in college basketball right now. I guarantee you, the same scumbags that don't bet their games, the same scammers, will probably give out a lean on the other side. Because that's what they do. They watch our videos and they hate all day long. James, absolutely. Mr. Allen just said, when our games don't go as planned, we give extensions. We give people credit. We keep you going. We make you money. That's why we're here. We're here to make you guys money. That's why you guys are here to make money. We don't want anybody to lose. We don't want anybody to lose. And we get it. We're human. We make errors. We make mistakes. There may be 8 of us here picking our guaranteed Saturday play, and all 8 of us absolutely are in love with this game. But if we lose the game, we're going to give you your money back. Instantly. We'll riff on the money. If our premium plays don't work out today, guys, premium plays $49 today. Get every one of our premium plays for just $49. If you don't win on our premium plays today, we will take care of you. We will extend you. I will give you tomorrow's premium plays absolutely free if you don't have a winning day today. The other people are going to say, oh, shit out of luck. You should have signed up with Bearded Bob or the Joe Blow for another $9. I know you just paid me for a season and I'm sucking. Go Joe Blow over here. He's red hot. None of that bullshit here, guys. So be careful. Edward, I have nothing bad to say about Mitch. Nothing bad to say about him. I don't know him personally. I've actually never met him. I've actually met a lot of these people in the industry, especially the people here in Las Vegas. And a lot of the guys in Florida I do know personally as well. I have nothing bad to say about Mitch. I've talked to him by email. I've never talked to him on the phone or met him in person. But I've got clients that buy his plays. I got clients that like him, guys that don't like him. But myself personally, nothing bad to say about the guy or his operation. Everything that any interactions I've ever had with him have always been positive. To me, he seems like a great guy. Another guy that shows where he lives and what he does. And I got to tell you, you're living in Hawaii and you're living in the piece of property that he has. He is probably successful. And he's not afraid to show it. You guys want to work with people. You want to work with people that, living in a shack and they try and make excuses why they don't have nice things. Plain and simple. Oh, we're not flashy. I don't like to drive a nice car. Bullshit. Everybody likes to drive a nice car. You want to drive an old 1982 Toyota Corolla? Or do you want to drive something new? It's got some power. Some leather. Air-conditioned seats for when it's hot. Heated for when it's cold. You want to live in a little 900 square foot base housing in Fort Drum, New York? Or do you want to live in a nice house? I know what I want. I know what you guys want too. You guys want a free play. Hey, Robert, there's nothing wrong with a 1980 Pinto. John, I don't. Can't say I do. But, there's nothing wrong with old cars. I've got a 1946 in my garage. It is a Jeep, though. I've got a 1946 CJ2A. I got a great grandpa sitting in the garage. 80-something years old. It's not original. It's sitting on 35. It's got a fuel-injected small block Chevy. And I rock crawled the shit out of it. Anyways, make sure you guys get on board our premium plays. Make sure you guys start making some money today. Sorry, looking at a text message. Ford Model T, beautiful. Oh, you're joking? I wish you'd... I'm looking at an old 66 Nova right now, though. Maybe after Guaranteed Saturday hits. Go out and... make a big purchase on another classic. I would never guy. More of a Nova. All right, guys, let's get you on that free play. But remember, guys, Guaranteed Saturday starts in just 26 minutes. Win or it's free. Win or you get a full refund, no questions asked. Going to post this link in there before I get you guys on the free plays. There's a direct link to it. It's $150. You win or you get a full refund, no questions asked, guys. It's going to be a nice big winner in 26 minutes from now. So make sure you guys get on board. Take Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express. Who dat Bob? 72 Nova would be nice. If you guys need to pay another way other than credit card, I can take PayPal. You just got to call me. I can take Bitcoin, crypto, you name it, we can take it. $49, you're getting 4 premium plays. You're getting 4 premium plays, 3 college football, 1 college basketball on the schedule for today. And you get instant access. Plays are already posted. And if you don't have a winning day, I will give you Sunday's premium plays absolutely free. I'm not going to give you the smaller rated plays on Sunday. I'm going to give you the premium plays absolutely free. We don't guarantee all 4 of our premium plays. You want the guaranteed game, it's $150. But I will guarantee that you have a winning day. If you don't have a winning day, I'll take care of you till you do. We'll make you the money. We take care of everybody. But if you want something that's guaranteed, the only play that we guarantee is our guaranteed Saturday play. It's $150. Guaranteed to win, or it's free. All right, guys. Now, free play, I'm going to give you guys a college basketball game for 11 o'clock here on the West Coast, 2 on the East Coast, between Montana and Northern Arizona. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I'll probably give out a free play on Twitter and in one of the football games a little bit later today. Free play today, Montana minus the 11 against Northern Arizona. Free play Montana minus 11 in college hoops. And then follow me on Twitter at CapNationKyle. I'll get you guys another play later on today. You never know, I probably even go live later today, so make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you get notified when I do go live. All right, guys, I got to run. I got 23 minutes. I got to text all my personal play clients some games for today. So any questions, feel free to give us a call, 888-561-8923. And as William just texted me, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at CapNationKyle. Kyle, thanks for tuning in. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already done so, give us a thumbs up. Give us a like in the video. Let us know you appreciate it. I'm sure my number 1 hater will be going live after me. Every lean we gave out. It's what they do. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And remember, guaranteed Saturday, guaranteed Saturday, guaranteed Saturday in 22 minutes. 22 minutes from guaranteed Saturday. It's free. If I don't go live later today, guys, I will see you guys live tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, breaking down Week 17 NFL action on that sneaky, sneaky day. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you guys in a little bit.